Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia. For today, we're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7. Now today, we're going to be doing something different yet again. That's right. What we're doing today is we're going to be jumping into RTA. RTA stands for Real-Time Arena, which is also known in Epic 7 as World Arena. Means we're going to be fighting against other players live in a PvP session. So this is going to be like Arena, 4v4 situation, as you can see here. This is just the last team that I used. And what we're going to do is we're going to play 3 battles today. I'm not going to cut this video up just so you can see that I'm not cherry picking results. I just want to have some fun, right? And as you can see, I don't really play that much RTA. 43 wins, 27 losses, only in Challenger. Probably could go higher if I really tried, but I'm lazy. And I'm pretty sure all of you can relate to that as well. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this and see who we go up against. It doesn't really matter to me if we win or lose because, well, I'm going to get the Spectre Tenebria skin anyway, despite the fact that I don't have Spectre Tenebria. But we are going up against Zetime XP. Alright, so we always ban Basars in RTA. It's like the only unit I ever ban. The other units are for when I do friendlies and I ban my friends' units because I know them. Alright, so what we're doing first is we get to pick. He banned Fallen Cecilia, which is interesting. We're going to pick Arbiter Vildred. This is a very power move here. Okay, you first pick Arbiter Vildred. Mine's on Moonlight Dreamblade. So I like to have him on Moonlight Dreamblade, especially for RTA, because when people try to focus him down, which they do a lot, he's gonna potentially dodge, take less damage, and do pretty well. Now, this guy went for Roz and Kayron. Now, the Kayron's not fully awakened, but that's okay. It's just good to note sometimes if they don't fully awaken a unit, or a few units, how good in general you can think they are in terms of how dedicated they are to the game. So with Roz here, right, he's very interesting because he's a source of damage mitigation, but he's also a very good support unit. And what I'm thinking of doing, because there's a Kayron, I might go for Lilius here, because Lilius can potentially just provoke him, and it's also going to be a form of damage mitigation for me. Wow, it's gonna be quite hard to counter pick in this situation here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually gonna go ahead and go to my go-to unit, which is gonna be Charles. So Lilius and Charles I love to pick in RTA. You're gonna probably see that quite a bit. Mostly because Charles is amazing and we know Charles counters Kayron, so there we go. Alright, this guy loves his fire units. Now, the unfortunate thing is I don't really have any good, like really good water units in terms of DPS, which kind of sucks. I'm waiting for my Seaside Bellona to get a drink before I use her. She's on a PvE build right now, so I'm not going to be bringing her here. But the DN's going to be quite interesting. Because they have a DN, I'm going to bring in my Crescent Moon Rin, because she is absolutely amazing. Alright, and for my last unit, I am going to bring in my... You know what, let's go bring Faithless Lidica here. And the only reason I do this is because she's a threat, right? She's a threat to potential immunity on the other team. And this guy thinks that I'm going to ban his haste. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of Kayron. Yeah, so, okay, you got rid of Faithless Lidica, which is actually what I expected. Most people like to just get rid of her. She is a very power pick in terms of if you can't outspeed her, you're very likely just going to die. Alright, so here's the thing. My Arbiter Vildred is quite fast. My Lilius is quite fast. Lilius is giving Charles and the Arbiter Vildred a little attack imprint buff. And my Rin is going to give everyone immunity, so that's going to be pretty good for me. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to go for... let's get rid of the immunity on the haste. And I'm not doing... This guy might think like I'm trying to kill his haste real quick. I don't really care about his haste. Haste doesn't matter. The only unit that really matters here is the Ravi, because Ravi is the damage dealer. So we're gonna go ahead and stun her. We procced RNL, which is fine. I don't care about losing immunity on my Rin. We're gonna go ahead and kind of poke this haste a little bit. Oh, actually, that's pretty good. Got a little dual attack there with Charles. That's kind of nice. We're going to go in on this DN. DN's really annoying in RTA. She's a very powerful pick. Mostly because of her anti-crit buff and because of her attack buff. Now, we stunned Ravi, right? So he has the choice of not putting up the buffs, and he could just cleanse, which it looks like he's doing here. He's going for the cleanse, but it's okay because no one has immunity now on his team. And I'm gonna go for the S3. Lay down the blinds, which is really, really good, especially on this Ravi here. She still crits me because, you know, why not? But we should be okay. Now he's gonna focus. Yeah, as you can see, he's gonna focus the Vildred here. Now he's gonna get that big chunky barrier, and you're probably wondering, whoa, okay, this is bad for you, right? This is bad. But the barrier is only 1 turn. Actually, barrier is 2 turns. I take that back. Because of DN, the barrier is 2 turns. All right, so haste is blinded. That's okay. Moonlight Dreamblade, very nice. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for this. Let's go for the DN here. I hope she doesn't have too much effect resist. There we go. Very nice. So I steal the barrier, right? The big thick barrier. Steal it. All right. Get the immunity buff on everybody. Gonna go ahead and use S3 here, which if I strip a buff gives me an extra turn, which it does, and procs RNL. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in on this Ravi. She's the damage dealer. Remember this. So we're gonna focus her. Alright, we're going to go ahead and extend our buff. So we're going to go for the S3. Charles' first turn here. Alright, so big damage coming in. Very nice. Now, he has a fairly tanky team. Okay, I do have to reiterate that. He has a tanky team. Ooh, this Ravi's going to go in. Misses all around. Very, very nice. Please, proc. Counters. Nope, no counters. Alright. So, here's what we're gonna do. Dian's gonna go. She's gonna get her anti-crit buff up, probably. I don't see any debuffs potentially coming out from their team, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go for the S3. Try to push back potential units here. Okay, very nice. And Dian's gonna go for S3. Gonna go ahead and put the attack buff and all that stuff up, which is fine for me. Because again, Moonlight Rin, after her buff, is able to cycle through her skills so fast that it's not even funny. Okay, we're gonna go for the S3 because we have an attack buff on Vildred and we have full focus. We saved the full focus from when he revived. So there we go. A lot of damage coming out, and there we go. He can't. Now here's the thing: he can't revive. He doesn't have any revive units, right? Roz is gonna be able to heal a little bit here. He's in kind of a desperate situation. Okay, Charles is gonna counter. He hit that, no crit, but that's okay. What we're gonna do is we need to go after this Ravi. Okay. So there we go, Charles finishing the job, even with a miss, that's okay. So his main DPS is down, and he pretty much doesn't have a way to win, right? I have the upper hand here in terms of I can go ahead and just grab any buffs that I wish. So I'm gonna go in after this haste here. Gonna get that stun. Didn't get the buffs actually. He has a good chunk of effect resistance there. But there you go. See, he pretty much realized that he didn't have a DPS after his Ravi went down, and the Moonlight Dreamblade has saved my Vildred so many times with all those misses, and Moonlight Rin helped with that as well. Being able to strip people's immunities so that Vildred can blind is just such a powerful combo. Alright, so there we go. That's kind of a taste of how I like to play RTA. So we're going to go into 2 more battles. Hopefully 2 more. If this video is too long, then it might just be 1 more, but we're gonna see. Alright, but for these types of fights, right, these types of teams, when the guy drafted, I saw that pretty much his Kayron was a huge threat, right? Kayrons do tend to counter Vildreds because he has his immortality, and Kayrons are actually pretty good against Charles with Aaliyah's knife, which is something I don't want to deal with. So, got rid of him. Now, typically, Kayron's not my go-to ban. The guy probably expected me to go ban his ML Haste, but that is not the case. I never ban ML Haste when I'm going up against people. All right, this guy banned Seaside Bologna. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and grab Vildred. People think ML Haste counters Vildred, but I mean it might in like higher levels of RT. I don't know, but I know that for me. You know what? Let's pick Charles. He took Lilius, but we'll pick Charles. The thing with Vildred and Haste, right? The relationship between them. Haste doesn't stop Vildred from reviving, and I have ways of playing around those types of barriers and things like that, right? So unless they have like the most amazing team, Haste is not a top priority ban. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick Crescent Moon Rin here. Because he has DN, I like to steal buffs. So we're going to do that. And, let's see. He has a Crow, and the Crow is kind of dangerous. He also has Lilias, so he has a good amount of control on his team as well. I'm going to need to be careful with this next pick. He also has a healer in the form of DN, but we should be good. Now, I'm kind of tempted to pick Falcon or Clury here, just because Clury is really, really good. You know what, I might just do that. I'm going to pick Falcon or Clury here. Might not be the best pick, but Falcon or Clury allows me to get some control over the Crow. And we see Kayron coming out, Kawarik as well, okay. He picked those relatively fast, so it seems like he knows what he's doing in terms of drafting. That's a pretty threatening comp there. So he has a lot of tankiness on his team. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna challenge his speed with Faithless Lyticas. Let's see if his Korik is gonna outspeed me. Now he might just ban the Faithless Lytica, which if he does, that's quite all right. I might actually just get rid of the Crow here. He's the biggest threat. I don't really care about the Kayron and Korik. Alright, so let's get rid of the Crow. He's going to get rid of Arbiter Vildred. Okay, so that means my only real DPS here is going to be Charles. That's going to be interesting. Alright, I'm actually going to put Falcon or Clary there. Actually, no. We'll do that. I like that look a little bit better. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to exert control on this battle, right? So I'm going to go first, and his Korik is, his Korik's fast. His Kayron's slow. It's good to note, okay? His DN does not have immunity. Alright, so I'm relatively fast. Gonna go ahead and strip there. And it's gonna push up my Rin as well. So everyone's gonna get immunity, which is gonna be very nice. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go for the, I kinda wanna go for the provoke on the Kayron. We're gonna try to focus Kayron first. Alright. Oh, only the provoke, no defense break, that's okay. What we're gonna do is, let's see if I can stun this DN. I know I said I wanted to go for the immunity. Oh well, that's okay. It's alright. Let's go ahead and try to reset. Let's try and reset Lilias here. Since we couldn't get the stun on the DN, we're going to try to go for the reset. Alright, there we go. We got the reset on the Lilias, which is actually pretty nice. So no cleansing of the Kayron there. Korik's going to go, that's okay. Gonna get rid of the skill nullifier, and that's alright. So DN's actually she cleansed, so I think she's on potion vial then. If she cleansed Kayron, that's gonna be pretty bad for me. This Kayron's slow, so he's probably gonna hit like a truck, especially with that attack buff on him. That is not gonna be good. But this Lilias gets to go. The Lilias is only able to do her S1, so she's gonna randomly bring somebody along. Please be DN. Of course it's not. It's gonna be a Kayron. So this Kayron might just kill my Charles actually. Whoa, that might be bad. All right, we get the counter here. Ooh, that Kayron just went right by my Charles. All right. So he might just kill my Charles here. Oh no, he's gonna go for the S1. Okay. He didn't kill Charles, but DN might just finish the job. Unless she decides to put an S2 up? Okay, no, she's gonna finish the job. Alright, so this is really bad for me. I'm pretty much lost this one here. Yeah, he got a pretty good draft on me, I'm not gonna lie. He got a pretty good draft. And I probably should have put the immunity up on the Rin. Okay, Korik's gonna go for the Rin, and yeah, there we go. So, pretty much lost at this point, unfortunately. I'm just gonna yield for the sake of time in the video. Yep, so there we go. Lost that second battle, but that's okay, that's my bad. I mean, I drafted quite poorly. I have a pretty limited pool of units, but it's okay. We do have quite a bit of effectiveness on my Crescent Moon Rin, but his, I mean, any good player would have pretty good effect resistance on their DN, unless they run immunity on her, I guess. But even then, I'm a fan of running high resistance on healers regardless. So we're gonna ban Basara like we always do. There's no reason to ban anything else. Alright, so we get to go first here. Let's pick Arbiter Vildred. Alright, so I gotta make sure that this time I actually pick enough damage dealers. So I kind of made the mistake of what the first guy did that I fought against, which only had the Ravi as a damage dealer. So I need to make sure I have more potential damage threats on my team. So this guy's going for Oxlots. Interesting. He said no to Fallen Cecilia. He grabbed Watcher Shuri and Oxlots. So Watcher Shuri has a speed imprint. He's challenging me for speed. A need for speed. Alright, so we can do that. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna scare him. We're gonna be like, alright, you want speed, you got speed. Faithless Litica and Sidom. If he wants to play speed, we can do that. We also have Falcon Clary as well, 254 speed. So she is gonna be good. But this forces him to, like, continue picking speed, right? And the thing is, Arbiter Vildred is already there as a cleaver. So if you kill Arbiter Vildred, I mean, he's gonna come back, right? So that's a big threat for him. Now he needs to pick a unit that can withstand a cleave. So Kayron would be a good pick here. Kayron would be a decent pick. But he's not going for that. He's going for Lilibet. Okay. That's quite interesting. So he's thinking of pushing up Lilibet, and okay, he has a Kayron. That's alright. We can deal with this. So what we're gonna do, again, like my weakness is like these ice heroes. I don't really have too many of them. But what I'm gonna do is I might pick Lilius. And because he's quite vulnerable, I might just go for the Dizzy. I'm gonna go for Dizzy. There we go. So a lot of AoEs on my team. Now he can easily counter by going Champion Zerato, in which case I don't really care if he does. Oh, he's going for Pavel. Okay, well, I'm gonna get rid of his only real speed unit, unless his Kayron's like god tier speed, and he's gonna get rid of my speed unit, so there we go. The good thing is, Dizzy here with Sidom is gonna be very, very nice. I'm gonna put Sidom back there, so she can get Lilius's attack imprint, and that should be good. Alright, so this Pavel could also be potentially really fast, but we're gonna have to see. If he has anything above like 220, oh yeah, that's a fast Pavel. Alright, so he might just be able to cleave, actually. I was not expecting Pavel to be this fast. That's quite fast. 15% faster than my Dizzy, and my Dizzy is what, 220 something speed? So that's quite impressive. Okay, so he's probably at least like 240 speed or whatever. Alright, he's gonna go for Sidom. That's a lot of damage. And he quit because he did not crit. Oh god. Look, I don't want to end the video here, but you gotta admit that's a pretty good end to the video, right? He just quit because, and I'm pretty sure it's not a connection issue because his connection was fine when picking units and everything, but I'm gonna chalk it up to that because he didn't crit and just one-shot Sidom. He called it. But yeah, anyway, so there we go. We have technically 2 wins, but I'll say 1 win, 1 loss, and a nice ending to a video. Those are our 3 battles that we had. So there you go, guys. Hopefully that gives you a little bit more insight into how I kind of play RTA. I'm not the best player out there. I don't really play RTA that much, but decided to give you guys a little video as kind of a variety, right? Give you guys a little something different other than Guild Wars from time to time. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more Epic 7 content, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what I can do to improve. And until next time, take care.